There's a great fear across this country, and the fear is just misplaced. We're supposed to be overcoming fear as a true Christian, and all I see is America is a fake Christian country that's overcome by fear and gripped in terror. They're so afraid of Obama, it's pathetic. You're afraid of Obama, wait till they see who comes. My name is Harry Walther. I'm a Bible code researcher. I study ancient prophecies, ancient cultures. I've been researching all these things since 1982. Bible prophecy, the Bible code, and everything seems that I saw a while back that everything seems to converge around December 21st, 2012, the ancient Mayan doomsday. According to the ancient Mayans, on that date or very close, their ancient god king is going to return to the earth in his silver spaceship, his silver space disk, to save this planet. And their god is supposed to return at this time to save the world from polar shift and war and bring about this golden new age of mankind. This Mayan god that's supposed to return he's Caucasian. He's a Caucasian, he's white. He probably has a good tan, but he's a Caucasian, and he's a giant. He's over 7 feet tall or taller. They described him as having long flowing hair and bright blue eyes. And in all the ancient Mayan statues, if you see the statues they make, they always made their gods have blue eyes. Yet they were an Indian people. The religion that he's going to teach is Luciferic. The United Nations is promoting this Luciferic religion.
The United Nations are pursuing the development of a one-world religious organization.
Instead of all these different gods, maybe there's one God who manifests himself and revealed himself in different ways to different people. What about that, huh?
And they accepted the world religion of Luciferism, the Luciferic doctrine. Marilyn Manson, he's an avowed Satanist. He had his song Antichrist Superstar, and right in the song he sings, "The time is right, the time is clear, our Antichrist is almost here." So to the Satanists, they await the person that's going to come and destroy Christianity. So Jesus will get a demotion as a teacher, a master of wisdom, and a prophet. The churches will not accept this. When I say what I'm about to say, these churches rage. They will not accept what I'm going to say, but he's going to revive the ancient mystical religion called Mystery Babylon. It's really a religion of sex with anything. Sex of a child, a bisexual orgy, sex of a donkey, sex of a dog, sex of a doll, sex with anything is divine. And from there, he's going to get into leading a second Holocaust. So things are going to get really dark as this being's ministry progresses. The Antichrist is called by 100 different titles and names, and he's going to have to pick one name to be called. And the Bible tells us he picks his Buddhic name of Maitreya, of the fifth Buddha, and that's the name that calculates the 666 in Hebrew. Jesus is the clone of God. God cloned his son from himself, and Satan's copying God. He's cloning his son from science. Back in 1980, they made an amazing discovery. They found the lost tomb of Osiris. Remember, Osiris was the Egyptian god that was killed and is going to be resurrected, right? And they found a 9-foot coffin sitting in a pool. It was like it was submerged in a 3-foot pool, but the pool, they say, didn't have any liquid. And when they opened the coffin, it was empty. Well, I believe there was a liquid, and I believe there was a 7-foot tall being inside of that coffin, and I believe that's where they got the DNA to clone him from. He's about 30 years old, and that's about how old Jesus was. It's sort of a copy of Jesus, but he doesn't claim to be Jesus. He claims to be higher than Jesus. The people in Hollywood are followers of this Luciferic religion, and they're using movies and television and music to put these ideas out there for people. So when the spaceship comes, it won't be such a, quote, shock. George Lucas, remember when he made Star Wars? They say, "You seem to be teaching a religion in Star Wars." And he shocked the reporters when he said, yes, he is. And he's teaching esoteric Buddhism. So when the Antichrist comes, when he says God is the force in all things, it's not going to be something people never heard before. It's something we've all heard 1,000 times. You know what I mean? And you're either going to be with Obi-Wan Kenobi or you're going to be with Darth Vader. War is going to explode in the Mideast very soon. Hamas is going to attack Israel, I believe, on Hanukkah. And that will be the straw that breaks the camel's back. And Netanyahu, the leader of Israel, he will attack Gaza, he will attack Hezbollah, and he'll bomb Iran. You know, he'll take out Iran's nuclear threat, and Syria is going to attack Israel with their new Russian fighter jets, and then Israel's going to nuke Damascus, and actual nuclear weapons going to be used. And Hamas is going to detonate. They're going to blow up the Dome of the Rock Mosque in Israel and blame it on Jews and America. And then you're going to have about 5,000 terror attacks explode across America, Canada, and Europe. It's going to be like a holy war. The Muslims are going to go into this insane holy war against everything Western. And the world economy will collapse, and within 3 days, we're going to be looking at, imagine a world like that. War exploding everywhere, terror attacks, world economy collapses, supermarket shelves empty, money worthless, the crash of everything. And it's on that backdrop, I believe, that say 500,000 people will vanish. There'll be the biggest UFO show the world has ever seen, and this spaceship will land, either in Jerusalem or Giza. I believe the Western leaders of the world are already initiated. One by one, they will accept his plan, brokered through the UN, and give up their authority and sovereignty as a nation. They have a plan for a one-world government, which is a socialist-style government, a one-world religion, which is, it's like a theocracy based on Luciferism, and they have a plan for digital money. When the economy crashes, they're going to come out with a new economy, a digital monetary system. The mark of the beast is a digital scannable tattoo, and they can put it on your right hand and your forehead in 2 seconds. If you take part in this Luciferic initiation, you'll be able to buy and sell. You'll be part of this new world order. Did you know the United Nations already put together their alien greeting team? Remember the movie The Day the Earth Stood Still? It will be just like that movie. They put together a team of scientists, researchers, astronomers, and they said if a, quote, UFO lands, they put already their team to greet them. And the Bible code even says that Hillary Clinton is going to be part of this greeting team. Obama's a pawn of the Illuminati. They wanted to bring Hillary Clinton into power, and somehow he surged ahead of everything. And so they went with the flow because, as long as a Democrat took the White House, that's what the Illuminati wanted. Obama was put in power for 3 specific reasons. One is to force Israel to war by playing games with Iran in the nuclear program, by siding more with Hamas and everything he did, and for that he gets an A+. He's really pushed the world to war right now. The second reason Obama was put in the power was to crash the world system. To weaken the American economy so the system will crash better. He's did a great job with that. And the third thing Obama's put in power for is to begin the disarmament of America, to stop the sale of all guns and ammunition, and that's coming very soon, within the next week, I'd say. Then Obama will be removed and Hillary Clinton will be the acting FEMA president. When all hell breaks loose and martial law is declared in the Western world, the shock of America is going to be when not even the martial law, it's to see Hillary Clinton as the acting president. She'll just say Obama had a fatal heart attack, and no more. So all these people, if you're all worried about Obama's a pawn. And I think it's ridiculous to focus. You're watching a chess match. Why would you focus on a pawn? Obama is the pawn to bring forth the white queen, which is Hillary, that accepts the great white king, the Antichrist, the great white brother. This being will test the whole world to see who will truly follow God and worship God and who will follow the devil. God gave us free will. He gave us the total free will to do whatever we want. But as he's ready to wrap up the final showdown here, he has to see, who's worthy to live in his kingdom and who isn't. Who's going to turn heaven into hell. We've turned earth into hell. Earth doesn't have to be like this. We made it into hell. The majority of Christians will be martyred. The Antichrist will have power over the world for 1,260 days, and that's 3.5 years. And on that very day, that's when the trumpet sounds and the second rapture event will happen, and that's when the dead in Christ rise, and the few Christians that haven't yet been killed will be raptured, or meaning rapture would mean right now, if I was raptured, it's like Star Trek, beam 'em up Scotty. I vanish from here, and I'm in a second, I'm transported to another world.